A lot of the research is focused on local problems, but many of them are also global problems. And because we are an interdisciplinary graduate program at the Biological and Environmental Sciences, everybody is housed in the same program. The students get to see how to solve local problems, but also how to apply local knowledge to solve global problems.
I've had the opportunity to be involved in some really unique opportunities to engage with national and local groups who have offices here in Rhode Island. We work with Rhode Island Sea Grant, which is an arm of NOAA. Having the opportunity to work with them both on research and outreach has been really exciting. I've also had the opportunity to engage with local organizations who are involved in advocacy and conservation for ecosystems here in Rhode Island. So we've worked with Trout Unlimited, which are a national chapter, and we've given talks for their local groups here in Rhode Island. Also worked with groups like the Salt Ponds Coalition and also local classroom groups to help them better understand the plastics crisis.
URI has great partnerships with many different agencies at the federal level, at the local level, at the state government level, but also partnerships globally with many different institutions worldwide. And the Ministry of Fisheries in Indonesia is one example, but also in institutions in Africa like the Cape Coast University in Ghana.
Ocean engineering programs are really rare. There's only a handful of them throughout the country. The University of Rhode Island has the oldest and one of the most well-respected programs in ocean engineering. So for ocean engineering in particular, it's a really great, unique place to be. We have, the Narragansett Bay right in our backyard, and access to the Atlantic Ocean. We have a new research vessel that's coming in. That's something really unique for students, is the opportunity to get out in the field.
We have the benefit of having our own campus, basically, sharing with the ocean engineers. We have access to the bay, we have the research vessels, we have equipment out there that monitors the bay. Being a graduate campus down there, we have a little more intimate interaction with graduate students 24/7. It's in a very beautiful state. I think it's that combination of having some peace and tranquility and yet being able to do good research with excellent scientists and students.
I study coral reef ecology. More specifically, I look a lot at the effect of light on coral morphology and physiology. And I study corals both in Puerto Rico and here in Narragansett in Rhode Island. And a lot of people don't know we have a state coral, Estrangia that actually lives in Narragansett Bay. But it's a really cool species.
Rhode Island is the ocean state, and so we're leveraging that. Our two most recent graduate certificates that we developed are in offshore wind and in coastal resiliency. No better place to study that than at URI.
Our Marine Affairs Department is the oldest in the country in terms of graduate programs in marine affairs. One of our strengths is we have an amazing alumni network. I found that our graduate students are fairly successful in the job market, in part because we encourage them to reach out and those alums reach back. We also have a good track record of getting students into these federal government fellowship programs like the Canals Fellowship, the NOAA Coastal Management Fellowship. And these aren't URI opportunities, but our URI faculty in Marine Affairs have experience with these programs, with students going through these programs. So I would say, some of the opportunities are what professors at URI can do to help students reach out, figure out what they're going to do next and how to get there.
Students who are passionate about coastal and ocean issues in particular, this is going to be a great place for them. They can explore different aspects of those interests. It may bring them to ocean engineering, it may bring them to oceanography, it may bring them to marine biology, it could bring them over to marine affairs where I am, if they're interested in the policy and the human dimensions of coastal and ocean issues. For students with those interests, there's nowhere better because the expertise is all here and students are really encouraged to explore across these different disciplines and across our different campuses.